Hey you guys, I'm coming at you, giving you guys a video. It's not going to be a long drawn out video. It's quick, it's to the point, and I want you guys to um, understand what I'm doing, and also maybe you can join me in it. So, um, you guys, when you lose a lot of weight, especially when you lose as much as I've lost, and even though I haven't revealed the number, I think it's quite evident to everybody. Um, I've lost what is equivalent to a plus size woman. Now, we being women, most of us here, okay, because that's most of my audience is women. Although my male audience has increased. Anyway, but what we do is we know exactly by us being women, we know how much a plus size woman is, or the range that someone could be considered plus size. We know that. So without me saying it, we kind of know how much I've lost. You get an idea, and if you got an idea, then great. That's what you need. You don't need no more. But I don't know. One day I may reveal it. I don't know. It's just something I want to sit back and enjoy without it being picked apart or uh, questioned and all of that kind of stuff. It just takes away from the moment. So if people don't understand how that takes away from the moment, then I can't tell you anything else. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. But all I ask is just like you allow everybody else to reveal what they want to reveal and share what they want to share. What's the problem with me doing it? I'm just saying. I mean, it's just like when y'all don't, some of y'all don't even want to reveal a picture or your name or, things like that where you live. Same thing. It's just you choose to reveal what you want. I choose to reveal what I want. That's just normal, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, um, you really can't, when you lose this amount of weight, you can tell, but you kind of have that body morphia thing going on, especially if you lost a huge amount of weight in like less than a year. So I don't know if you'll always have that, but you kind of have a touch of it. Now it's not so severe like you're going to be on, you know, uh, the talk shows talking about, oh, how you're going to be on Ricky Lake talking about how you got body morphia disorder, and you think that when you look in the mirror, you think you're 600 pounds and you're only 102 pounds. It's not that severe, not with me at least, okay? But you do kind of have, your brain has to kind of catch up with your body. So that's just something that if you are interested in having the gastric sleeve or weight loss surgery for that matter, any, um, it's just something that you need to know that is going to happen. A lot of us don't talk about it. I don't think a lot of us talk about it because we don't want to be perceived as weird. Then when we use the technical term of body morphia disorder, oh, people go to the extreme and automatically think of that scenario I just told you. No, there are levels, okay? And I am not on the severe level. I am definitely not on number 10 from 1 to 10. I would say I'm probably about a 2.5, okay? Maybe a 3 on some days. But when you lose this amount of weight, not only your brain has to catch up, but you literally will not see exactly what everybody else sees. And give you an example. When I'm just lounging around the house, you guys know I wear these little maxi dresses and things like that. That's nothing new. I've been doing it forever. And some of them, are quite flowing and a little boxy at times and things like that. And sometimes when I walk past the mirror, I'll cinch it around my waist or around my hips, just to look, just to see. You know, sometimes you're so overfilled with joy from losing this amount of weight. It's like a kid that just like started to learn how to walk. It's like so exciting, and you want to touch everything and you want to feel everything and you want to go everywhere. So that's how you're going to feel. That's why, even though you had a lot of us, for me, for an example, I had joy before. I was happy before. I was a 500-pound jolly happy chick. Needed to lose weight. but still had self-esteem, still knew who I was, still knew my worth, still knew my value, still was happy, still experienced stuff, still did stuff. That was me. I didn't wait till I lost weight to discover happiness, discover joy, discover how wonderful I am, how beautiful I was, how pretty I was. I wasn't her. So therefore, when I experienced this new level of joy, this new level of happiness, it just blew my mind because I already thought that I had already reached the highest height that I could in all of those aspects. So when I moved on to this level, it was like, okay, it's like winning the lottery and getting $1 million. Okay, you're excited, you're happy. That's the most money you've ever had in your hand at one time, right? Okay, and then you turn around next month and you win 3 million, and you're like, wow, like you're like, I thought I was happy with 1 million, but gee, 3 million is like, wow, it blows your mind. And then the next month you go back into the place to get your little lottery ticket, you win again, and you win 6,000 this time. So it's like every month after month, or season after season, quarter after quarter, it's like whatever joy that you knew was the highest that you can go, it exceeds that all over again. And it's not necessarily because of your flesh changing. Sure, that's cute to look cute in a pair of jeans, and that's fine, and that's wonderful and fun. Yeah, I want to, have my husband's mind blown, not just like he just be like, wow. No, I want his mind to actually explode. Okay, yeah. So that's all fine and dandy, right? That's the flesh, um, that's admiring the flesh. And our husbands are visual creatures, so that's okay. And we want to also look good in the mirror and stuff like that. It goes to make sure you don't cross over to strictly being just vanity issues, because that's a spirit right there. And it can happen very easily. So that's why you have to have that spiritual foundation, because it is so easy to cross over and strictly being superficial and vain, and that's just not a spirit of God. Um, it's just not. So you have to be very careful, including me. I have to check myself almost every day. I have to, because God didn't bless me with this weight loss to just be lusted after. He didn't bless me with this weight loss just to look cute in some jeans. These are superficial, vain things that are, these are carnal reasons. And I didn't go into my weight loss because of fleshly, worldly, carnal reasons. I wanted to live. I really wanted to live. I wanted to do my best so that my kids don't have to stand over a coffin and to look down and say, oh, mommy's so pretty, but she's in a coffin. Yeah, I was cute, I was pretty and all that, but I would have been in a coffin, huge and pretty and dead. And I didn't want that. I didn't want that. I really had to come to a place where I said to myself, do I just worry about looking cute? Do I just worry about giving in to all of my desires of food? Do I just eat without any conscience? Do I just eat without any thought process into it? I've really had to evaluate, is that important over living, over fulfilling my destiny that God has placed over my life, my calling, over raising my children, over teaching them how to live the right way, and also how to live and be able to function successfully? Or do I give up all of those things? Being able to, for my mother who is getting older, for her to have to bury me and have to live every day with knowing that she buried me, with knowing she's never going to be with me in the earthly realm. my husband happened to be a widow and raised our children by himself. When you really think about those things, I'm talking about, not just talk about it for a second and not just say, oh man, I don't want that to happen, but really, really digest that, you guys. Really get that into your head. Get the visual into your head. Think about it hard. Meditate on it. When you really think about that, and it automatically, it'll click. When you reach a certain level, it will click. And then you'll be able to say, it's not worth it. Now, I don't eat perfectly. I still don't eat perfectly. Now, I don't overeat whatever I eat because my sleeve helps me with that. For instance, I have a salad right here next to me. Now, this was about this full. I can't eat a whole salad. That tells you right there. I can't eat a whole salad or anything at one setting. I can't. But being that it took me forever to be able to eat at all, and you guys know my story, you've seen it on here, and if you haven't, go back and look at it. The titles were reflected. So go back and check out my story and check out the hospital videos and all of that. But I wasn't able to really eat hardly at all. I actually was on soft foods and soups and things like that, and that was hard to do. It was not hard mentally, but it was hard for me to even be able to get it in. Yeah. And I'm talking about a few spoons of soup a day, some days, most days. It was a good day if I was able to consume a cup of soup. That was, my family was so excited about that. Okay. So for me to be able to eat, even 1/4 of this, I'm good. Mentally, I'm like, oh, good. That's good for me. Why? Because I wasn't able to consume before. So therefore now, for me sometimes, like if I eat this in 2 hours, to me, because that's that mind trick thing and the body morphia and all the other little emotional things that you'll go through with your mind trying to catch up with your weight loss and your body and all that. With me, if I was to eat 1/4 of that, that's good for me. I mean, I'm happy. Like I said, because I'm comparing to the fact I wasn't able to eat it all before. So what I do is I put some protein in it, whether it's some tuna. Right now I have a little bit of turkey in here. It's fresh range, farm raised turkey. And I'm really particular about, even though I eat things that I shouldn't sometimes. Oh, what I was saying, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought, you guys. Anyway, I'm sorry. It's early. What I was saying about the my mind plays tricks on me because, believe it or not, if I eat this in 2 hours, you guys, I'm thinking that I overate. You know why? Because my mind and my body was used to not even eating hardly at all. So that became my normalcy. It's much like when you're overweight and when you eat excessively, or you eat a lot, or you overeat, whatever way you want to word it to make you feel good, okay? When you overeat, our portions, we do it so long that our portion amount changes as far as what we perceive as a normal portion. And then somebody that doesn't overeat, they'll look at your food and they're like, wow, that's a huge amount. And you're like, no, this is just a regular amount. It's because that has become or became your normalcy. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I hope I'm giving this a really good analogy. I think I am, because it really is clicking with me. And I hope it's doing it with you. And things have to click in order to heal from it, in order to progress from it, in order to fix it. You have to be real with yourself. You have to recognize the issues, and then that's how you're going to be able to work on fixing it. Because if you don't acknowledge it, it's going to continue to fester, and it's going to grow. So what I was saying was that this has become my normalcy. I mean, that was my normalcy, not hardly eating. So when I eat now, my mind tells me I'm overeating. But if anybody else looked at me, including my family, they're like, Kianna, all you ate was a little Tupperware of salad, and it took you 2 hours or 2.5 hours to eat that. But in my mind, because I'll eat this, I'll maybe eat one later. I'm talking about in a duration of a whole day. I'll probably eat one later, and then say maybe I'll eat, let's say, a half a sandwich, or let's say a burger on one of my sandwich things. That's what I'll eat the whole day. That's overeating to me. But for you, for normal people, for people that didn't have the weight loss surgery, that's normal. You know, two little bowls of salad and a sandwich in a duration of from when you wake up to when you go to bed or whatever, when you stop eating a couple hours before you go to bed or whatever. That's like a good day for most people. But for me, in my mindset, that's like, wow, you really ate good today, Kianna, didn't you? You understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to do a part 2 to this video because I really want to get down to the nitty gritty, because these are things that people don't talk about. They don't. And although people, like, you can't put my channel in a box. You're going to get weight loss information. You're going to get the ups and downs of the sleeve or weight loss surgery. You're going to get makeup. You're going to get hair. You're going to get styling hauls. You're going to get shoe hauls, clothing hauls, home decor, home decorating, cooking. You're going to get all of these things because that's what we do as women. Do you do one thing in your home? No. So I show many things. I've been blessed with many talents. I have a lot of wisdom. I have a lot of knowledge, and I've lived. So you're going to see exactly that on my channel, and that's a kind of thing I think what separates my channel from other people's channel, because we wear many hats, and you're going to see that on this channel. A lot of people don't like that. A lot of people that's one-sided, one-dimensional, a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people, they think that that's too much. Well, most people do too much. I mean, you may don't, but most people do too much. And they don't mind watching somebody that's doing a lot, and doing it successfully. So I want us to really get in depth. I want us to really talk about these things that people usually don't talk about. I want, just like you see my joy, I want you to understand why I have that level of joy, how that level of joy came, and the process of getting there. Because there is a process. There are going to be days. Now, this is not the issues I'm talking about right now is not necessarily a bad issue, or it's not necessarily going to make you go through depression or anything, but it's an issue nevertheless. It's just a dimension of what you may encounter. It's just one extra side or angle of what you may go through. You understand? So I didn't intend for this video to be 18 minutes long, and I surely didn't intend for it to be a part 2. But I wanted us to really talk. I really wanted to get into things that a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't even imagine that you'll go through. When people see me, they're like, wow, Kianna, you lost so much weight. And I'm like, I know I lost the weight because I feel it, physically I can do things I never thought I could do. What else? My clothing, I buy my clothing, so I know, what size I'm wearing, and I can go into any store and buy things and stuff like that. What else? The scale tells me, and I can see it in the mirror, but you don't know how much. You really don't know how much until certain things. Like, I really can't tell. Let me do it in part 2. I'm going to tell you why I can't tell, how I can tell, and how it hits me. When does it hit me that I've lost so much weight? I'm going to tell you that in part 2, because it's going to really shock you, and it's going to really blow your mind. And I don't think many people talk about it, because everybody is different. I'm going to share with you when it really hits me. So thank you for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure you go do so. It's free, and we can welcome you into the Big Cuz 52 family with open arms. If you haven't checked out my store, make sure you do that. The link will be below for that. It's Kianna Diva Designs, which is bigcuz52.webs.com. Get the quality, the service, and amazing prices that we are known for. We've been known for over a year and a half. So go check it out. We ship all over the world. All the testimonies are on my page at bighus52.webs.com. And you'll see that we've shipped from Africa to London to New Zealand to California. We'll serve any and everybody, and we'll serve you in grand style. So, talk to you guys later. Make sure you go watch part 2, because part 2, we're really going to get into how it hits me, when it hits me, and what actually, to be honest, makes me cry sometimes. All right, you guys. Talk to you guys later. Be blessed.